have all the situation that they describe in the diadrama, and from the sharing of Dr. Tao, she already have the experience, and she learned so much from the sharing. And from 雪玉。
So the topic of today's good deeds really require everyone's effort. In 2021 July, there was a severe disaster of flood in Henan province in China. So actually, usually the mean annual rainfall was 700, but from 17th to 21st in July, during these few days, but the mean and the rainfall range 772 millimeters. So during these few days, the rainfall was so heavy, so it caused floods. And the Jingguang North Road tunnel is one of the main traffic arteries of Henan, and there were over 200 cars trapped in the highway, and the disaster was so severe. So let's hear in the master's teaching. There are so many disasters in this world. And this is what the Buddha said about our world being impermanent. Its impermanence, so we do not have the mentality of that I'll believe when I see it. So when we see it with our eyes and come to believe that it is true, it's already too late. It's already too late, and this is why I often say that time is running out. Now I say we're not acting fast enough to make an impact. When there was still time, we could say time is running out, so we act quickly. Now I say, despite acting quickly, the impact we make might not be enough. So we can see how urgent the world crisis is. Thank you, Master Chen Yan. There are so many disasters in the world. Phase 2 disaster, the victims still feel panic, and then in front of their eyes, there's still like mud everywhere. So how can they face to each other, to the future? And the Buddhist talk arise due to the needs of suffering people. Volunteers gathered together from different cities. No matter they wear the blue shirt, white pants, or gray shirt, white pants, they gather together and work night and day and collect the supplies and then purchase the supplies and then make the distribution as quick as possible. So they face to the victims, they not only give them tangible goods, but also give them sincere comforts. These kind of spirits that people are my brothers and all things are kind. It's just like even though we are in different cities, but we share the same sky or the same sun, and you will not say that you don't have the codes, but actually I'll share my codes with you. So the Tzu Chi volunteers came from several countries and cities. Some came from far places, and they also encouraged the volunteers around there to come out. It's about 10 p.m. in the night, so the volunteers still moving the supplies. We're going to the some other places and then deliver the supplies as quick as possible. Volunteers have been holding distributions of daily necessities these days. The distributions were set up with wisdom. Volunteers lay out the goods, and the recipients will stop at each booth to take what they need. All the items are things they needed, what they need right now, the necessary things. So I got towels, soap, blanket, and the bucket. Yeah, these things in my house all being flooded. I'm also one of the people in the disaster. We came to volunteers to receive and distribution the goods and help the elderly and the children. Today, Tzu Chi came to distribute buckets, wash towels, the things that we really need. Many elders was touched with tears. They are extremely thankful. So the recipients were greeted warmly by so many people with the power of love. This is a sincere love. Thank you, Master Zhen Yan. During this time, there are so many stories that it was very touching. One of the stories I was so impressed, and it's a cargo truck with folding cots, and actually the path of the truck is just like it's very similar with the Typhoon Yanhua. So the car is kind of the truck is like run a race with the typhoon. So and the families sit in the chair. They don't have time to get rest and they don't have time to eat meals. They just keep going and going. They just want to bring the floating pots to the disaster areas as quick as possible. So they are spirits that who forget selfness in the interest of the public is so touching. And because of the volunteers' work, many many shops owners and the neighborhood of the people in the community, they also join in this volunteer work. And also, a lot of young people was touched by the Tzu Chi volunteers. They join in with the volunteers, and they help each other, help the neighbors with sincere heart, and help the victims to clean the environment. So the young faces was shining with glory of helping people. So if anyone who would like to help, so the victims can be helped. If we have more people with love, then there will be more hope in the world. Hope we can become and volunteers and Bodhisattva to help more and more people. Thank you, our volunteers, and to share the story. And actually, this work is not easy because they are not only need to prepare the PowerPoint, but they need to write down each word to what they are going to share because their sharing needs to be translated into different languages. So let's share these photos. Actually, you don't need to be expert. Then you can start. You need to get started to be an expert. So our